started the stream. Yeah. Like the goat, kind of.
Stream.
Alright. Do you want the link?
I already got it.
Oh, okay. Hello, people. Welcome to MCS D3 for the Mobil 1 Truck Series. We haven't seen this in a while because we lost TV rights and they weren't letting me cover it. So that wasn't very kind of them. But we're back.
And a lot has changed since the last time we've covered this.
Yeah. We're going to go over the everything, I guess. So, in last place, we got Benny Rice. Woohoo, good for him. Then we got Harry Larson, a rookie, this year, in the 23.
Going from a late model series, not too far away from here.
Yep. Juan Marino Jr. Carl Hill.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of juniors in this series.
Got Justin Ross. Eddie Goodwin. This is another rookie. He's trying to fight his way up through the graffiti ranks.
Yeah. They have a lot of drivers trying to make a bid for that full-time car next year that they are believed to have.
Yeah. Denver Hurtado. He's always been a threat in this series. Cup Series winner and D2 full-time driver will be driving part-time in the Truck Series this year, Lefty Tolliver. Just starting a few races. This is one of them. Just getting some practice for the Dex Imaging Series race a little bit later.
Yeah.
Will, former D1 driver, will be stepping down to D3 full-time for RBMS in the Chevy.
I think he should have a pretty good season.
Yeah. Alfredo Sanders. Ricky Rogers. Casey Hampton.
Is he related to Sheldon Hampton? Do we know?
No, he is not. Edwards Carl. This 69 truck will be split between, I believe, 4 drivers are planned right now. Edwards Carl, Carl Scott, Aaron Bush, and Michael Harms. Those 4 will likely be splitting this truck all season. I expect it to be a owner champion threat. Because he's got so much talent. And this is the flagship for CMSR in this series. Obviously, the Ghost trucks. Those are the other CMSR trucks. So this one's going to lead the way, give them setup tips such as stuff like that. Blake Newman. They got Daryl Norris. He's a rookie this year. Going to be starting in the Coca 92.
For him.
Owen Parsons.
I love this car.
Yeah. I wish there was a good angle of the side. There you go. And that's another rookie. They got Byron Parker, another rookie for Halvoline. Halvoline running Toyota, obviously. Honda not in D3. So. Yeah. Terrence Garza making a start in the Daytona 500 this year. Made it last night in the duels. He'll be racing full-time in D3.
Yeah.
Dakota Kiger, rookie this year in the Red Bull.
Same as C4.
I believe this is also CMSR.
Geez, they have a lot of trucks.
Yeah. They should start working on their D1 program.
Well, with all these young people coming up, I mean, there's got to be a few really talented drivers in their system right now.
Yeah. Anyways, then we got Jamar McDowell, 50. Todd Petty in the 55. Kirk McDonald in the 49. That's another rookie. Then we got Noah Reed. He's another rookie. So tons of rookies this year. Dick Cummings. And then, yeah, I think we only got a few more rows. Earl Bell. Jackson Young. Andy Mendez. Levi Soto, as we know, probably one of the GOATs of D3. Then on the front row, you have Rich Fish and Edward Washington.
Category flag. Should we just throw out some race predictions? I mean,
yeah, sure, why not? I will say there's 9 rookies this year in the truck series. Out of 32 trucks, 29 are full time. There's 20 non-rookies, 9 rookies, so over a third of the field.
you know what? Give me Jackson Young. I remember he was always pretty solid at the super speedways.
Yeah.
And I got Rich Fish flying over the catch fence. If you know, you know.
Yeah, I unfortunately do. You know what? Let's go Todd Petty in the 55. Bringing it home with the win. Son from P12. So getting ready to begin the D3 season and the first points race of the MCS 7th season. Green flag. We're underway in Daytona.
When Edward Washington gets out to a really good jump, we'll start. We're going to call it a jump. Side by side. I mean, this will kind of show us who the top drivers might be this year. I mean, it's a super speedway, but it'll be interesting. And keep in mind, Division 2 and Division 3 have no playoffs, so it is all just point standings.
Yeah, Rich Fish jumps out to an early lead.
So every race matters just a little bit more.
Yeah. Mendez, big run to the top. Doesn't have a ton of help. Nor does he have a lot of sponsorship help. He's been in the series for a handful of years, hasn't ever had the sponsorship. But has always been relatively good. He just doesn't have the funding.
Yeah. And that's one of the biggest things you need in a sport like this. So we're all singled out in both lanes. There goes Jackson Young.
That's the bottom. There's a little bit of shuffling at the back. I think that's Eddie Goodwinwick in the bottom. Around lefty Tolliver. Tolliver driving a Ford even though being actually a Toyota driver. This is his personal truck. They couldn't get a Toyota body, so just threw on his old scheme and he's out here running. Big separation here. Looks like those CMSR trucks trying to get the 69 down there. Big push on that top side. Rich Fish controlling this race right now.
Even Mendez might go down, kind of in the middle.
Good push out front.
Yeah, wow.
Mendez and Rich Fish have gapped the field. He has to get unlocked. Remember, you can't lock bumpers with the truck in front of you. In past seasons, it had caused a ton of bad wrecks, and MCS officials were not very happy with that. Outlawed it. And it's not just that. These trucks are all taped up on the front, so you don't want to overheat. Here's Levi.
The third lane is kind of forming, but see if anyone decides to go with it.
Yeah, early on, it seems like it's a little bit of a stalemate. Not a lot of places to go and make moves. But they're trying now. Terrence Garza down low behind McDonald. Mendez controlling now 3 lanes as we break free of that 2x2. As Rich Fish has been shuffled all the way back to this 3rd row. Three by three.
Is Andy Mendez still controlling this thing? Trying to control all 3 lanes now.
He's doing a pretty good job. I mean, no one really has a chance to make a move on him yet. Kirk McDonald gonna get underneath him here. He stayed calm, stayed up top, has Levi Soto behind him.
Jackson Young in the middle there now. He's made his way up.
Yeah, Terrence Garza lead in the bottom.
Will. Or is that Terrence Garza? Never mind. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Garza.
They have like really similar schemes.
Yeah. Will has the black rear. All the way back here. Not doing the hottest, but... Now we're 3 wide, 4 rows deep. Could we make it 5 with Kirk McDonald here? Yep.
Things got out of hand really fast, and now there's virtually no one on the outside.
Well, it's not that there's no one, it's just there's a big gap there. With the Love's car. Tolliver moves up. With Reed behind. Most of that 3 wide's gone now. It's just Harms and McDowell, I believe. And then there's Carl Hill.
So we're nearly 1/3 to this race now. A few laps here.
I will say, the fact that the D3 drivers are driving better than the D1 drivers in the duels is something.
Yeah.
Two by two. That bottom line keeps charging up on the entries of these turns. But I think it's because that outside keeps backing it up. Look at those 3 Toyotas pushing Mendez. I mean, I think they keep backing up these entries, kind of stacking it up and then launching out of the turns.
It just looks like he tried to go low there, but then realized he couldn't get down. So he's just going to stay on the high side. So we're almost back to double file here.
There's a little bit of 3 wide, deeper in the field. Still, Edwards Carl stuck in the middle. That's a D1 driver. He'll be starting, I believe, 34th in the 500. Not the best duel, but he's got his teammates around him. I know Evan Bush and Carl Scott are nearby. Harry Larson started all the way at the back, inside of that bottom, or of that last row, with Benny Rice behind, or beside him. They've both climbed up through the field pretty well.
So now we're back to 3 wide.
Yep, handful of rows deep. I will say these guys at the front are really racing calm. Like, I haven't seen a whole lot of big moves or blocking or anything. I think they know they're in the safe spot. You stay like this at the end and you have a shot to win this race. Garza pushing Young. Down low. Two Chevys working together.
You can see Andy Mendez really wants to get down to the bottom. He's just not able to clear
I think it's
McDonald quite enough.
I don't know how much he actually wants to be down there. I think he just wants to have full control over this race where he can kind of take the momentum through the turns from the 49 and then move back up down the straights in front of Levi. Kirk McDonald snuck underneath him. Double file, it looks like, through the entire field again. So Mendez.
Yeah, it's all Mendez and McDonald. It was Mendez and Rich Fish, but Rich Fish got shuffled.
Yeah, he's fourth on the outside there. I will say, these guys have been really, really good at being disciplined and not making big moves, although as I say that,
Yeah.
Eddie Goodwin works the bottom. Trying to make something happen down there. Wasn't any momentum on that bottom lane.
They were almost 4 wide there for a second. And as we know from the cup race, that's what you don't want to do. Going 4 wide here is virtually a death sentence.
Yeah, it doesn't work out very often for any party. And I mean, Benny Rice trying to make something happen down low. He's probably passed the most cars this race.
Yeah.
He's looking on Goodwin. I'm surprised Goodwin isn't jumping down. He was trying to make a move earlier on Garza. That bottom line is just so much better in the turns. And McDonald wanted to slide up. Too much of a run on the top side. About halfway through this race now. And we are still yet to see any actual chaos. They've been really relaxed. Now's the time with this 3x3. I don't know what's up with Harry Larson. Just can't hold it on the bottom.
That was really close. Also 4 wide.
Yeah. There's Eddie Goodwin. He's wasting no time getting to the bottom. He believes Benny Rice has the right idea. I think he knows it's go time. He can't spend this entire race just sitting there. And that's actually going to hurt that bottom lane really bad. Kirk McDonald going to lose probably a car length that they've been trying to gain back. Benny Rice going to get shuffled here. It's the 26 on the bottom, Denver Hurtado. I think he could be a dark horse threat for this championship. Has looked really fast in the past. And obviously another Toyota. Toyota's probably the dominant manufacturer of this third division.
The Fords. As well as the CMSR cars.
Yeah, but CMSR not showing up for this plate race here. All of them, you can see them all kind of in that middle group. Almost a bad block there from teammates. As Kirk McDonald moved up, he's going to lead the top. Andy Mendez probably going to push him out there, try to see if he can bait him back to the bottom. Because I don't think Mendez wants to be behind anybody right now. I think he wants to be leading his lane.
Well, he could get split here if he doesn't get back up soon. Mendez
Racing.
takes back the top.
I think that's exactly what he was doing. I don't know if you saw that, but he widened up the center to the exit of the turn. I think he was trying to build momentum, get Levi to his rear to push out a turn 4 and make that move. I think that was a really high-level move there.
Because now we're getting to the point in the race where you kind of want to start making more moves to get more track position.
Yeah.
As you don't have that much time left to make it up.
Yep. I mean, we already started seeing that with the 7 and 14 here. They started kind of shuffling their way up the field. I will say it has worked pretty well for them thus far. Kirk McDonald continues to lead that bottom.
So we're all double file again.
We'll move
Why
to
does
the
this
bottom.
say that?
Does Hurtado stay with it? We've seen that a few times. They kind of bait the bottom move and then move up to the outside. This time Hurtado will go with him. Trying to get Benny Rice out of the line. That's going to hurt the bottom again. Whenever a move happens, it just stacks up that bottom really bad. And just keep losing momentum. So now Mendez back clear. Not able to quite control it. Ooh, bad line there. Damon Middleton kind of backed out. Rookie, he was supposed to make a Cup Series start in Texas, I believe in Season 5, the 02. Never happened. Owns that 02 still. No planned starts for it this year, but is still potentially an option. Most of the field kind of chilled out with 10 laps to go. In the D3 opener at Daytona. I believe this is their only Daytona race. I don't think they return here in the summer because... No, maybe they do. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Maybe they do the night race as well.
They do not.
Okay.
It's Daytona, Vegas, Phoenix, Atlanta,
It would be
Texas,
in
Dar,
it would be
and
like
Dega.
just before the playoff.
They go to Dega twice.
Yeah, okay.
Oh wait, no, they do. Never mind. They do go back to Daytona.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Okay.
So yeah.
I was curious because that's later in the season. They also go to Atlanta for the plate race in a few weeks. I believe they're the only series that actually run that race this early. I know Cup runs it in the summer.
Yeah.
As we wind down to the end of this race. Preparing for the finish. Eight laps to go from Daytona. If you're at the back, you better start going.
Yeah, this has just been all Kirk McDonald and
Mendez.
Mendez.
Yeah, Andy Mendez in the 60 truck. Gonna work his way. Got the lead by a little bit there. That bottom has been moving really well these past few laps. There hasn't been a lot of movement towards the rear of it. Hasn't been slowing down the line. And they're finally making some good progress on that top side. I'm surprised nobody's getting out of line trying to make a third one.
Yeah.
I understand why certain people aren't moving, like Levi Soto. You're in a good spot to try to win this, and even if you don't, you've got a good finishing position regardless. I mean, I'm sure some of these guys are looking at it and just saying, I have a good finishing position. This is full season points. I don't need to do anything special.
Yeah.
3 wide back there. Benny Rice in the middle. They're trying to make something happen. Denver Hurtado up top. He's going to get split 3 wide maybe. Almost forgot to do that. Begging it doesn't crash it. There we go. 3x3 back there. As Mendez and Soto are clear. Earl Bell with a run. Soto to the bottom. Rich Fish back into the mix.
That inside just stalled out, and Kirk McDonald's going to lose the lead to that inside line, which is massive at this point in the race.
Levi Soto with a huge push down low. Mendez will clear. Does he move down? I don't think he can. Now he can. He looks like he's just going to try to control those lanes. The 3 wide already gone for the most part. Here it is. 3 wide. Young to the bottom. Mendez controls. Tons of Toyotas behind him. He is in a Toyota nest here. 4 Toyotas he's got to block. He's going to leave that bottom open. Levi Soto going to take it. 3 wide move. 49 doesn't want to wait. That's Kirk McDonald in the middle. 3 wide. Up front. It's a big move from Kirk McDonald. Soto can't hold on the very bottom there.
If he can clear and get down, but I don't think he'll be able to clear entering 3. Just not enough push.
And we'll see. 3x3. Up front.
If he can get back up high.
Mendez controls the 3 wide as he did earlier in this race.
Is able to clear, and he gets back up high behind Mendez.
Gonna go to
he
the
goes
bottom.
low.
And Mendez isn't gonna have help here. We could see a big lead change. 34, finally a Chevy to help him. Reed Jacobson. The 34 to the rear bumper there. He's gonna push him. Big run up top.
Big push.
Finally has a Chevy he can trust in second behind him. I don't know how much I would trust Reed Jacobson. Push on the bottom.
All side by side. 2 to go at the line.
2 laps to go. Do we get a caution before the end of this thing? I don't think we do. They're relatively calm right now.
As Andy Mendez was all in control of this thing, and then McDonald just got
a huge run.
Crazy. Yeah, a huge run after going in the middle. For a second there, it looked like McDonald's chances were virtually over, and then he made the move to push it 3 wide, which might be the move of the day if he can win this race.
Okay, white flag waving. It's all the way at the start-finish line. Big push. Mendez currently has control at the start-finish line. White flag, 1 lap to go.
Mendez, Soto peaking low, decides to stick with it. About even through 1 and 2. Mendez the slight edge out of 2.
Good push down this back straightaway. Mendez going to be able to clear. Where does he go? And can
This
Reed
tire is
Jacobson
gonna
make a
pop
move?
low.
There's a
He's
little
gonna
bit.
kind of control the lanes. Does that give Jacobson goes high?
Can't make it happen.
Done
McDonald with
without
the
a pole. He
push.
has a big run.
Not gonna matter. Andy Mendez pulls it off. Sponsorless win from Daytona.
What a race from Mendez. He controlled it nearly all 30 laps. He's gonna take home the win here at Daytona.
That was perfection from Andy Mendez there. He spent the entire race up front.
Stayed calm. Tried not to make any dumb blocks. It worked.
So there it is. There's your finishing order. Noah Reed, unfortunate last place. Somehow kept it clean the entire time. My pick, 30th. And who was your pick?
Where Jackson Young,
Oh, he did well.
6th.
6th. And the 12th. He was up there. I thought he was going to have a chance to win that race. Just couldn't make a move there. It was really difficult to make that bottom line work.
Yeah. And that's the Dex Imaging cars. They'll be coming out here soon for their race. So, you ready for that?
We will see you next week, I believe, the Trucks race Las Vegas, along with every other series. I think that's another triple header weekend, if you'd like to check.
Pretty sure it is.
And Mendez wins.
Yeah, that's triple.
The Daytona 70, presented by Mobil 1.